Hello, Rama Pupoda. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with Venkatesashastri. The Nagappa Chettiar prediction of Shastri Mama that we shared earlier was only what I heard from him. Though I totally believed it had happened, I needed to feel for myself the impact of such miracles. Shastri Mama did perform a number of miracles. Since my brain or intellect could not grasp the logic behind them, I was thrilled when such happenings took place right in front of my own eyes. A French lady, Edith Derry, was a chief accountant of an international French bank in Paris. Every year, she would come to the ashram to spend the 3 or 4 weeks of her annual holidays in meditation. After finishing her work for the day at the bank, she would directly go to the airport, board the plane in Paris, alight in Mumbai, catch a train, and come straight to Tiruvannamalai. She used to plan her return journey just as meticulously to make sure she spent maximum time at the ashram. Every minute of her stay at Bhagavan's ashram was that sacred for her. On the year of her retirement from a bank job, sometime in 1970s, she bought gifts for me and every member of the ashram. So in addition to a usual single piece of baggage, she was carrying an extra bag that trip containing all the gifts. She was to arrive at the ashram on a particular day but did not. I was very surprised as this had never happened before. One day, as I was standing in front of Bhagavan's shrine attending to the morning milk offering puja, I felt two hands resting affectionately on my shoulders from behind. It was Edith Derry, my French mother. She whispered into my ears, I have lost my gift box. That is the reason for the delay. Something made me move towards Shastri Mama, who was participating in the chanting of the mantras. When I went very close to him, spontaneously he turned towards me and said, Nothing is lost. She will get it back. After the puja, I introduced her to Shastri Mama. She gave the details. Usually, I travel only by Air France. This year, being my retirement year, I took Kuwait Airlines as it is cheaper. When I reached Mumbai, I discovered that the bag containing all the gifts was missing. The airline assured me that I would get it by the next flight. I waited for a day, but even after repeated searches, they could not locate my lost bag. The airline has assured me that they will somehow find it and forward it to our ashram address. Using his Prashna expertise, Shastri Mama declared that a missing bag was neither lost nor stolen and that she would get it back. A few days later, the airline sent her a letter apologizing for not being able to locate the box and promising to compensate her if she gave details of the contents of the box and their cost. She was disappointed with Shastri Mama's prediction. When we met Shastri Mama the next day, she expressed her feelings frankly. He was visibly irritated. What? She doubts the prediction? I see her box right in front of my eyes, in a large room, untouched by anyone. A week after Edith Derry left the ashram for France, I got a letter from her in which she joyously expressed admiration for the Shastri Mama. Your astrologer saint is truly great. His prediction was 100% correct. At Kuwait airport, as there was a lot of time to catch my transit flight, I chanced to enter a big hall where all the baggage is stored. And what do I see? My missing bag by the entrance on the floor. That too with no tag. All the other bags had their tags and were neatly arranged in rows of shelves, except mine. I happily reported it to the office, and they apologized for the oversight. They, however, did explain to me that they had repeatedly verified the bags on the shelves for my missing bag, but had inadvertently ignored the bag lying at the entrance door. Be happy. I'm coming next month just to give my gifts to the ashram workers. One of the first instances of Shastri Mama's guidance came to me when I was reading a book on miracles of a living saint. Neither could I put the book down, nor sleep the entire night. I felt I must meet this master and that I too must possess the power of performing miracles. After the day's puja, while I stood in front of the old office about 30 feet away, Shastri Mama suddenly said, "Ganesa, stop, stay there." I obeyed him. "I order you not to have any thoughts," he commanded. He then held out a bunch of grapes and said, "Now tell me, how many grapes are there in this bunch?" 13, I replied. "Come here and count them." He commanded again. My guess turned out to be accurate. "How did you say 13? Tell me how you thought there were 13 grapes." He pressed. This time I kept quiet. "You know, I told you to stay without thoughts," he said. "Why did you not say 15 or 10 or 11? How did you say exactly 13? When you were without thoughts, I put that number into your mind. I had already counted them. A miracle is nothing but a stronger mind occupying a weaker mind. Never get distracted by a miracle." I was amazed. I had never spoken to him about the book. He said, "I am not saying this without support." He quoted from one of Bhagavan's verses, "To inquire into and abide as the self which is ever present. Reality is alone the true attainment, the great siddhi. All other siddhis or occult powers are equivalent to powers enjoyed in the dream state. When the sleeper awakes, are the dream powers real? Can those who stay in the state of self, thereby casting off all forms of unreality, ever be deluded by indulging in the siddhis?" With one single master stroke, Shastri Mama wiped out any inclination I might have had for siddhis or occult powers. Shastri Mama was the most profound, yet simplest man with whom I have interacted. In the Vedas, it is said that the ultimate truth is smaller than the atom and bigger than all the cosmos put together. With no one was this truer than with Shastri Mama. It was he who chose my present home, Ananda Ramana. When this house came up for sale, I consulted him, stating that I wanted Anuradha to buy it. He was totally blind at that time. He instantly said, "No, you should own it." He added, "Take me to that land." I took him around every inch of the land. At one spot, he stopped me and asked to describe the location. I said, "There are two trees here, one a peepal tree and the other a neem tree." Before I could say anything more, he interrupted me and smilingly said, "Yes, Lord Ganesha has chosen this spot. The peepal tree represents the father aspect and the neem tree the mother aspect. Lord Ganesha is the son of Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. Make a shrine for the idol of Lord Ganesha in between these two trees. Since Lord Ganesha himself has selected the spot, I have named him Samartha Vinayagar, auspiciousness showering Ganesha. In accordance with his guidance, I bought Ananda Ramana through the help of a friend and constructed a shrine for Lord Ganesha at the spot Shastri Mama had indicated. On the day of the housewarming, he himself guided all rituals, including the puja to Samartha Vinayagar. When I prostrated to him and sought his blessings, he was very gracious to tell me, "The world around you will ignore you and give you up. But don't worry, Samartha Vinayagar will protect you and guide you. I will also initiate you today into special Ganesha mantra, which should neither be written down nor chanted loudly. Do the japa of it only inwardly within your heart. Ignore the world, turn inward, and always be submerged in that japa in your heart. You are ever blessed by Bhagavan." During Shastri Mama's last days, he fell from his cot and broke his hip. Hugo Meyer, who helped many devotees in their last days by attending to them and giving them homeopathy medicines, examined Shastri Mama and said he is too old to undergo any surgery. Shastri Mama only said, "Why pay attention to the body? It is going to die anyhow. How does it matter whether it goes in pain? I am not the body, Mama." "Kaal romba valikrada. Is your leg hurting terribly?" I asked smilingly. Despite the obviously excruciating pain he was going through, he replied, "காலை எதுக்கு பார்க்கிறாய்? முக்காலை பாரு. ஆனந்தமா இருக்கேன்." In Tamil, kal means leg and it also means a quarter, while mokal means 3/4. By punning on the word kal, he was in effect telling me, "Why are you focusing on the smaller quarter portion, the body? Focus on the larger 3/4 portion, the self. I am in absolute peace." Though his body was in pain, he was all the time in ecstasy. I intuitively felt that his last day had arrived. I took along my friend Anuradha to receive the blessings of this wonderful saint. I held his holy feet and requested, "Please bless me, Mama." He humbly replied, "Only Bhagavan gives blessings." "No, you must put your hand on our heads and bless us." I insisted. He finally agreed. I asked him if we could do anything for him. Asked Anuradha to sing Bhagavan's Arunachala Pancharatnam. He answered. While Anuradha and I sang that sublime hymn of Bhagavan, Shastri Mama kept his palms together on his chest. Tears of ecstasy flowed copiously from the outer corner of his eyes. Soon, Shastri Mama merged consciously in the self. That's all, folks. Let's see in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Puppodu.